me Principal Brandon on the show.
Oh my God, that's right. It's the coolest principal. You're calling him.
Okay, so things have been bothering me recently, and I've been mulling over a lot of things in my mind recently. Some things that I've heard people say, not about me directly, just in general life situations, that made me think about how I'm handling my life. Some of which would be some of the things you hear people saying, like, I don't want toxic people in my life. And I think about what toxic means. Or I don't want drama-filled people in my life. Or I don't want, drama in my life. Think about what that means. And then I think about, people saying, I only get, people only want me because they want to get something out of me. And these are all thoughts that I process on a regular basis, more recently than in the past. I don't know if it's because I'm in a depressed mood, or if things are starting to become more clear to me. Because I know that being in a depressed mood or upset or in that kind of toxic environment or depressed environment, you tend to elaborate on things that don't exist. One of my concerns is as I was thinking about these things, one of my concerns is that I feel that I have abandonment issues. People not wanting me around, and the want and need to be the need of other people to have me in their lives. And I always contributed that to just wanting to be loved, to be cared for. But I think there's more involved in that. And that's what it's been going through my mind a lot. Part of me wants to believe that it's all in my head, that certain people in my life just want me around because I give them something other than, a shared relationship. I give them, an out for something, or they need something from me, like maybe I owe money or something like that. But then I started thinking, maybe this isn't reality. People cannot be this bad. I thought, what am I doing in my mind? Why am I processing these thoughts like this? And I started thinking, I had a great childhood. My father was amazing, but he was always busy. I mean, he worked hard. He worked hard to support me, take care of me as a child. He wasn't always around, so I had to depend on, my neighbors, my other family members, and stuff like that. So that's a very, very small portion. I'm wondering if that has something to do with it. But I think a bigger portion of it is every boy wants to be loved by his mother, his biological mother. I've never had that. I believe my mom loved me and cared about me, but she didn't need me in her life. And sometimes, as harsh as this is, I believe that at a certain point in her life, she didn't want me in her life. And maybe that is the root of my thought processes. It's disturbing to think about, to go back that far and relate your current adult thoughts to something that happened in your childhood. But with that all said, how do you determine what is that process, that inappropriate mind, that those thoughts that are sickened by possible problems in my past, to what is reality? How do I know when there is a toxic person in my life? And who's to say that I don't invite those types of people into my life? And these are things that bother me. Mental health has been a big thing, in the news recently, with, people committing suicide and people being depressed and, things like that. I mean, I'm not looking for, oh, poor Dave or anything like that. These are thoughts that, go through my mind on a regular basis. If I come home, for example, and it's a long day, I sit down and Bob doesn't, say, well, he says hi to me, but he continues on doing, he might be working on a project or something, for example. But, he might be busy doing his thing, but that I don't get a big greeting or whatever it may be, or even the attention that I think I should get. I automatically jump to that idea that he doesn't want me in his life. And is that because of those distorted thoughts? If I have friends that, don't invite me to events or things like that, I automatically think that they don't want me in their life. They don't find that I'm, I should be a part of their life. And I automatically think that. And this is bad. This is bad for me. Because then, I get into this downward spiral of negative thoughts that probably are not true. But there's no way of telling me that at the time. And then I become depressed and secluded and, more of a hermit. I'd rather not be bothered. Somebody, finally asks me, hey, let's do something. And my first response is, no, I don't want to, because I'm depressed and I'm upset. And, so it's a nasty, vicious cycle that I pull myself into. But that begs the question, though, how do I know? How do you determine what people are really needing to be in your life and what people are just in your life to get something? Or you owe them, so they have to be nice to you. You ever had a friend that owed you money? Let's say like $1,000. Maybe not a friend, maybe an acquaintance, somebody that you're sociable with, but you don't consider a close friend. Maybe somebody that you trust, but probably isn't the type of person that you want to be around all the time. you know, and, you know, you happen to loan them money because they're in a really bad situation, you feel bad for them, you loan them money, and then they just keep pushing your buttons because now they're in your life more because they have to be. And now you're in a situation where they owe you money and you want to cut ties. You know, and that is definitely a thing. I mean, think of it this way. Let's say a family member's having some issues. You know, we all love and care for our family. You know, we want to make sure they're safe and taken care of. But sometimes it's just family is too much, and you have to put some space between each other. And this could very easily happen in this situation. So, I mean, these are things that go through my mind. You know, little quick thoughts that are like little stabbing knives. So, you know, and they only compile on each other until you end that cycle and restart. The problem is, how do you end the cycle? How do you break that cycle and never start it up again? So that way you know what's going on. I know this is a little deep, but as I get older, I want to focus on my life, the loved ones that I want in my life, and those toxic people that might be causing issues in your life. You just want to remove them. And I guess that's a good segue to, you know, toxic. What is toxic? I mean, is that the type of person that is always so negative that you become negative yourself? That's what I would think a toxic person is. So, for example, let's say, you know, most of people that know me know that I'm a happy-go-lucky person. But let's say I had a friend who was always negative, never able to be happy about anything, never able to look at the positive side of anything. And that person I start hanging around with, then that brings down my attitude and my ability to be happy and have joy in my life and stuff. That's toxic. The other people are drama, the people that bring drama to situations. I could definitely be a part of that. I tend to overreact sometimes, and that bothers me. There's my alarm. And it's something I've been working on, trying to stop what I'm saying, think about what I'm saying, reanalyze the situation, and then gather my words and then say it. So that way I'm not adding drama to the situation, or I'm not causing drama because I'm not thinking properly. But people who dwell in drama, who are surrounded by drama and who wants to be surrounded by drama, these are the type of people who will be in a situation that doesn't necessarily need to be blown out of proportion. You know, and it's just, I guess the best way I can explain it or relate with it is, if you were in a situation, let's say you owed somebody money, and let's say that person's going to, you being the person who owed the person money, the person that you owe money to, and then let's say one of their friends. Let's say I'm the person that owes the money. I'm calling up the person that I owe the money to, and I'm like, look, I'm going to be a day late than I normally am. Normally, let's say I pay on, the first of the month.
There's a 10-minute slowdown in 3 miles. You are still on the fastest
But I'm not going to be able to make the payment until the 2nd. Well, this friend of that person is like, oh, well, today it's going to be 1 day. They're going to be late. Next time they're going to be 2 days. Next time it's going to be a week late. They're causing drama. They're causing a aggravated situation out of something that's not. The issue is that, that type of person, and it may not even be that. Maybe somebody who likes to gossip that causes drama, Oh my God, did you see that girl? She was hanging out with this guy. He's married. Maybe they're dating on the side. Well, that's drama. That's causing situations that are not necessarily true, just to get a rouse out of somebody. So there's so much that's been going through my mind, and these toxic drama-filled people that are in my life, I want to remove them. But how do I know that is not me reflecting myself onto somebody else? Because that's one of the things that I learned at a young age in therapy, was that whenever you see somebody and you see things that you really dislike about that person, it's generally a reflection of the things you don't like about yourself. So, I take these thoughts of these toxic drama-filled people, and I turn them inwards and see what maybe I'm bringing to situations, and, how much I'm affecting these situations. I don't know. It's a lot to think about. And I'd like to hear, if you've watched this whole thing, I want to say thank you for watching it, because this video is going on 20 minutes, and it's me just ranting about silly emotional things. I'm not suicidal. I will say I'm slightly depressed. Not suicidal. I'm not going to hurt myself. I don't think, I get up every morning, I go to work, I do my thing, because I want to be a good, positive person, a good person for society. And that's what's got me going. That's what makes me get up and do my thing every day. With that said, there are a lot of people that are feeling the same way I am, who are really depressed, who could potentially want to commit suicide or do something like that. If you're feeling this way and you really, you don't feel like you want to live anymore, or you don't want life to bother you anymore, reach out to somebody, talk to them. It's important. And And there are hotlines, there are 1-800 numbers, there are websites you can go to that people will help you out. Even if you're just, just down, maybe you can talk to a priest or somebody that, if you're not religious, maybe you're a community, a person. There are resources. So I'm not trying to make this a public service announcement, but if you're feeling that way, definitely reach out to somebody. I don't want to see anybody end their lives prematurely, because there's enough of death in this world without that. So thanks for watching, and please comment, because I really like to hear what other people think and hear what they have to say in regards to this. If you're feeling the same way, or if you have any insight into what you think I should do, or whatever. I'm not looking for pity. I don't want to hear anybody saying, "Oh, I'm sorry you're having it rough." Look, no. I'm not having it rough. I'm not. These are thoughts. These are things that go through my mind. It's perception of the world. I want to know what your perception of the world is, how you feel about these things. And, it's that relation to, if somebody else is feeling these things, I'm not crazy. So, anyway, this is going to be the end of it. It's already 22 minutes. Thanks again. Remember to comment down below, and let me know what you think. Bye.